Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the transatlantic number DC Bf90Da-AL DX90. This is a DX90 series door closer. This one specifically is the adjustable spring power with adjustable delayed action. This is going to be barrier free. That adjustable spring power will give you the ability to turn the spring down to reduce the opening force, therefore reduce the closing force as well, naturally, but also give you an adjustable delayed action. Delayed action is going to give you, adjustable delayed action will give you control over the closing cycle of the door, so you make it easy for this door to open, and then you can make it slow to close. Perfect for handicap compliance. Transatlantic is a name synonymous with a confluence of very good quality builder's material, good value, and dependable performance, predictable performance, something that contractors can rely on, whether it's their exit devices, lock sets, or door closers. Transatlantic, TA in the part number, or TACO, Transatlantic Company, as to how they're known here sometimes in Chicago, is a name that a lot of contractors come to depend on for moderate use, even for standard duty commercial use. You'll see transatlantic closers installed, and I bet there's hundreds of thousands of them installed in Chicago alone. So the DX90 is going to be a typical run-of-the-mill closer that you're going to be able to throw on a bathroom door, a staff lounge door. I've seen these installed on the exterior aluminum storefront doors of common chain restaurants. Okay, typical sort of closer footprint or shape. Be careful, this specifically does not include a parallel arm bracket, so if you need that, you'll have to pick that up separately. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up their catalog and then get the part number for the item there. I pause this video a moment to take a closer look at the parallel arm bracket. Historically, parallel arm brackets have always been installed, and some of the older technical data that we have certainly includes the idea that they are included. In addition to that, the installation instructions call them out to allow you a parallel arm mount, but there is certainly, in the more current installation instructions, there is no reference to a tri-pack or a universal pack on the installation. So the data that we have might be dated, and it may still be dated by the time you see this. The bottom line is this: should you believe that you need a parallel arm bracket, order one. It is not included regardless of what is being said, or if you are unsure, feel free to reach out to us. That part number is DC-525PABK-aluminum AL or DU. If it's a whole open version, you'll need a PAHO50-AL or -DU. Regardless, not knowing the reason why, historically they've always been included, they are not at this time. Not knowing the exact reasoning why they're not is hard to say. Regardless, if you need one, order one. Anyway, this door closer, there are links below this video to the installation instructions, and we will go over that in a moment. Now, this is a standard sort of arm closer. You'll have your main arm and your forearm, typical sort of design. You'll have your package of bolts, then your dress cap that will go over one of the spindles, whatever side is down. Will either go on this side or on this side, however that's going to be installed. The link below this video to the installation instructions is very simple and straightforward. Installation instructions like these sorts of closers usually have 4 sides. One for each of the 3 methods of installation, and then the other is a summary in terms of adjustment. And that is indeed the case with this. Without going through all the installation instructions, the moral of the story of installing door closers is always knowing what's the degree of opening, what degree of opening do you want the door closer to open to? Once you know that, then determine where you're mounting the closer. Is it going to be mounted on the door? And if so, is it on the pull side or the push side? That would be regular arm or parallel arm. Or will it be mounted on the header in what's called a top jam? Once you know that, you know everything. And then the rules of installing it comply to all of this. You're going to know your A dimension. And your A dimension you're taking from the table, which is based on the degree of opening. I know that's very poor, that's there, but you can see it right here, to 120 degree or greater. And that's how your A dimension changes. Then everything else is simple and straightforward. What you do have to be careful, though, with these instructions is what model you're using. These are generic installation instructions for several models. We're doing the DX90, so that means that your center to center on that hole is 9 1/16. Let's do a reality check on that, and always do a reality check when installing these closers. You don't want to drill a hole in the wrong place. 9 1/16. Then they're typically 3/4 inch center to center vertical, and that's the case with this. If you have any questions on how to go about installing it, feel free to reach out to us. If that's really a different video, I suppose, on an actual door closer installation. The purpose of my videos as a distributor is really to highlight the product itself and touch on the general features. Closer adjustment is there on the back. This being a adjustable delayed action, you will see 2 valves on one side for latch and sweep. Latch is the 0 to 10 degree and sweep is the 10 to 90 degree. Delayed action is that closing situation, and that would be the single valve on the other end of the cylinder. There's your latch and sweep, and then of course your adjustable delayed action. And you need that adjustable delayed action to allow that door to close real slow, so if someone's coming through in a wheelchair, they have time to get through. That's your spring adjustment, that's right there. Allen wrench is included for that. Keep in mind, when you're installing an parallel arm sort of installation, you will have to turn the spring up a little bit further than standard. Meaning if you are installing a door closer on a regular arm, you might set that spring to a 3 so that it works properly. But if you took that same setting on a door that was a parallel arm mount, you would find that the spring would not really behave at that setting for the door. You would have to probably increase that, which is normal. Once you know, going back, once you know your A dimension, you know your degree of opening, it's also, the only other thing is crucial is to get the vertical measurements exactly correct, because this arm, if you ever open a door with a door closed and you hear a clanking sound halfway through, it's because that arm is usually hitting the top of the door, and that's because the location of the body on the door or frame and the location of the soffit plate or the shoe on the door or frame isn't correct. And if you get that dimension correct as well, then if you had many of these to install, you would find it a profitable day because you can make quick work of it. This is going to be available in dark bronze, polished brass. They can do that sort of finish as well. I'm partial to transatlantic. It's because of many, many years of selling their material. Many years of selling their material alongside other importers or manufacturers. And quite frankly, having a very small failure rate, return rate, disappointment rate. These closers are good. They are, well, you know, they're no-brainer in terms of performance, a confluence of performance and value. There's a link below this video, wrapping this up, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer page where you can pull up their entire product catalog and view all of the items that they sell. Not only door closers, exit devices, and lock sets, storefront hardware. They get into aluminum continuous geared hinges, and they'll get into some builder's hardware as well at the very end. If you have any questions on the transatlantic TA DC Bf90Da aluminum, I'm looking at something else here, or any other transatlantic product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.